so the Washington Commanders are open to trading Chase Young. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. I know I know some Commander people, they still call them the Skins. I like the Skins, hey, but I ain't, Native American, so I can't call it. But I really like the football team too. That would have been a better name. Just the numbers on the helmets. That would have been a colder name for sure. Obviously, you would like to see them have some history that at least reflect District of Columbia and what it's been the last whatever it's been. Chocolate City. Obviously, Atlanta has adopted that moniker. Over the last few years, but DC is still Chocolate City to a lot of people. But nonetheless, Chase Young was slated to come to Detroit. They jumped us. I forgot what actually happened in that draft year. I don't know if we won. I know the year Jacksonville got the #1 pick, we beat Green Bay because they put their backups in, or we would have had the #1 pick. So I forget, it was a story about who they would have took #1. I think it was Trayvon Walker. They would have went one. I can't remember what the story was, but I'm going to also talk about what Benjamin Foe said on the live we did on Wednesday. I perceive this video will go up Thursday, and he was talking about for the Pistons that Jabari Smith was #1 on their draft board. The year Jaden Ivey came out. You see Zion Williamson. He can't pick women. Men, we can't pick women. We kind of talked about that on the live Tuesday, today Wednesday. So we know that, bro. And Troy Weaver can't pick players. Like, I like IVK. That was a good picks, but outside of that, he been hellacious at picking. And Jalen Duren, but he gonna railroad Jalen Duren, so we can't even count him. I like Bay too. He kept railroading Bay with Grant Bogdanovich, but I ain't here to talk about that. So check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. But yeah, man. I definitely trade, but it depends. Washington should have just exercised the 5th-year option. That way, a team would have had 2 years on Chase Young to see what he can do. Now a team get him. Either you still got the franchise tag, but that's steep. So if you a team, really you got like a few options here. The tag is probably gonna be expensive as hell, but you might have no other choice but to tag him. But that's all contingent on if he play well. Now, could you pay him a 2-year extension? At solid money, and say, well, here go a 2-year extension. We want to just see how you is for the first 2 years, and then after that. But I guarantee you, his agent probably gonna want them to waive the franchise tag or some shit like that, right? If you do that. So that's the thing about it. Ed Oliver got paid. Quentin Williams, Rob Salah said he gonna get paid. They gonna get it done before camp. They got a long way. But then, at the end of the day, man, you gonna probably send a pass rusher back to Washington. Now, the problem is this, bro. We got a few problems with this trade. One, we talked about the contract. Two, we'll talk about the compensation. But three is the biggest one. Does he want to play here? Apparently, he didn't want to be in Washington. They was at odds over his rehab, and then he went to some, I think maybe Von Miller's Pass Rush Academy or some camp. I don't think it was the Von Miller Pass Rush Academy, but he went to some camp, and he chose to participate before he was cleared. Now you got to understand, he got his own doctors. The team got his own doctors. And with team doctors messing up, people getting second and third and fourth opinions even more now than ever. The most prominent story that I can remember recent history of team doctors misdiagnosing people is Andrew Luck. And that's what kind of led to Andrew Luck's retirement, because he got misdiagnosed. I forget what the injury was, shoulder or something like that. And then he got injured again, and he was scared that, he didn't have to do it. His dad is a lawyer. I think he like the head of the USFL, XFL or something, like commissioner or something like that. So he didn't have to do it. So he just said, you know what, I don't need it. This dude still had a flip phone in the league. So he said he wasn't going through that pain again. And what made his pain so bad is they misdiagnosed him. So I don't know what Chase Young was thinking about as far as the medical clearance. But if you want to come to Detroit, then I mean, it's a good 1-2 punch. I mean, could it be a great cancellation prize for what happened with not getting Will Anderson? Absolutely. But the thing about it is, he got to want to be here, and on top of wanting to be here, then I think, if you Washington, then you want compensation. So what's the compensation? Is he worth a third, a fourth? And then also if you Detroit, you gonna want to unload a contract. So it's really their preference. I'm not trading James Houston, obviously Aiden Hutchinson, but is it Julian Okora, Romeo Okora, Charles Harris, Kaminsky? I mean, who is it? And if I had to be a great guess, it's probably gonna be more Romeo, or I'd probably say it's probably gonna be Charles Harris. So you probably gonna send Charles Harris a 3rd and 4th round pick, but then again, he gotta want to be here, 3rd and 4th round pick, and then you got 2 contracts that you gotta figure out, and that's Chase Young and Jared Goff. Chase Young ain't gonna break the bank unless he go out there and have a great year, and if he have a great year, I don't think you have any hard decision. If you tag him, but then if you tag him, then he gonna get an attitude and not want to show up. So you gonna have to pretty much get a deal done. So, I mean, at the end of the day, also, the fourth thing that go into this whole train of thought is, physically, is he going to pass a physical? Another train of thought, too, is he any good? It's a great question. Is he any good? I don't think we play Washington this year. I could be wrong. But is he any good? Because it looked like this one of the worst the worst Ohio State picks of all time. Was that the same? Did he come out the same year as Jeff Okudah? I believe he did. So I mean, at the end of the day, Chase Young. I mean, people wanted Chase Young. A lot of y'all wanted Jeff Okudah or Chase Young, and either one of them ain't hit on shit. Justin Herbert was the clear pick. I said that. Herbert or Tua, and obviously Tua wasn't shit neither. So Justin Herbert was the clear pick. Where this franchise would be with Justin Herbert. But then again, you would still have to pay Justin Herbert record-breaking money. I guarantee you that. But yeah, I mean, shit, it's a lot of questions to be asked. If you want to be here, is he healthy to be here? What's the compensation? And then after the compensation, then it's pretty much do we pay him right away, or we say, well, let me see you for the first month, half a season, or the first 6-7 weeks, or the first month, and see where you at after camp, or after preseason, after all of that, and then we'll pay you a little extension or something like that. I think it might be something amongst those lines. So I'm all for it, but a lot of things got to check out physically, and then if you want to be here, and then the compensation. So it's a long road, but very athletic. I mean, him and Hutchinson, 2 Big Ten dudes setting the edge. It's not what you need on the inside as far as the defensive tackle, but I mean, him and Hutch on the edge, bro. And then I think one thing that bowls in his favor is they got a great rotation in Detroit. So, I mean, even if you get rid of one of those guys, you can rotate Houston, Kaminsky. So it'll work in his favor being fresher and, for the long haul. But hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, all that's there. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, more videos like this. Peace.